Welcome inside Truist Arena alongside Jakob, Staley. I am Ben Burdette, and the NKU Norse continue their Horizon League slate as they take on the Robert Morris Colonials after dropping their conference opener the other night against Green Bay, a 70-60 final, a night where the Norse shot it just nothing short of terribly from the floor. 30% from the field, 23% from three on 30 attempts. But today is a new day. The Colonials are in town out of Moon Township, Pennsylvania, and the Norse looking to get their first conference win of the year.
Definitely. They need to get that done by getting Meredith moving and getting her going. She's the fifth-year senior that has been here for 2 years already. She just has to get going. She's a big-time player for this team. Robert Morris has to just do it on the defensive end. Just keep playing good defense like they've had this whole season, and they can get it done easily. NKU shot bad last game. If they get it done on defensive ends and a run out on offense, easy buckets at the rim. Both teams, three-point shooting, basically it. NKU shoots 31%. RMU shoots 26% this season. Two of them are that's just not good. That's plain bad shooting. And if either team gets hot from three, this game might be over.
Yeah, a problem for the Norse against Green Bay was guarding the three-point line. They let up a lot of open threes for the Phoenix, and a team that's well coached as them, as good as they are, they didn't miss many of them.
Yeah.
But that should not be as much of an issue today. Robert Morris, you mentioned they don't shoot it well. They don't shoot it a lot. Only about 18 threes taken per game, which if you told somebody that 5 years ago, that would be a lot. But not in today's game of basketball. Bobby Moe, as they've been known to call themselves, really an inside-oriented team. So look for the forwards, Mia Jordan, Maddie Moody, and Abby Wolterman when she comes in to play a big role on the defensive end.
And this is their 16th time meeting. NKU has the lead 12-3 over the Colonials. And on the road against NKU, they are 1-6. So it doesn't really play in their favors. But last year they were knocked out of the Horizon League quarterfinals, where RMU won 70-57 to advance to the Horizon League semifinals. So there is pretty big stakes for this game.
Yeah, Jeff Hands said in practice yesterday, you owe them one. RMU knocked you out last year. The Norse have a chance to get back at them today. And obviously, a lot of new faces, a couple new freshmen kind of leading the way, transfers in here as well. But you got people like Maya Meredith who were here last year. They know all about it, and looking to, revenge is a dish served best cold. Is that what they say?
Yeah.
So here we go. Let's do it. Here from Highland Heights, Moody does not win the tip-off for the Norse. RMU with the ball first. Here is Eva Levingston getting it back out to the point guard, Jada Lee.
And that was an interesting tip ball there. All RMU players behind Moody besides one, and they were going to get that anyways.
Missed shot and a rebound by Maddie Moody. Good stop for the Norse to begin the game. Here comes Karina Beastry. Team's leading scorer, almost 11 points per game for the Norse. Gives it up to Maddie Moody at the top of the key. Now out to Mia Jordan. She comes out to get it. Looking for the cutter instead. Dribbles off to Kylie Hunt. Had a big first quarter. Mia Jordan for three from the wing. That's off the mark. Kylie Hunt, as we mentioned, had a big first quarter against Green Bay. Kind of fizzled out for the rest of the game. RMU on the charge now.
Yeah, and that's a good shot by Mia Jordan. She has been able to hit those this season. Just missed the mark on that one.
Eva Levingston now down low. In the lane for a quick pop-a shot. No good. That was missed by Bailey Coons. Rebound to Moody. Back to Beastry. Back-to-back stops for the Norse.
And a lot of high-low action down there and just wasn't able to capitalize.
Beastry takes it to the rack and she's blocked by Miriam Traore, sophomore out of France. 6'3" guard forward. So a lot of height and ability to play multiple positions there for Traore. Norse inbounding to Hunt. Beastry now with it. Thought about a three. Gives it down low behind Moody. She collects it, though. Now in the corner. Moody will go to work. Working on Traore. Goes to the offhand. The right hand can't bank it in.
And that was a good attempt. Cutting across the lane and just being able to cut that corner, but it just does not fall for her.
Post up now for Levingston. Working on Noelle Hubert. Gives it back out to Aislinn Malcolm, the team's leading scorer. She's been quiet here in the first 2 minutes. That's her first touch. Lee Spinning inside on Hubert, banks it in, can't get it. Offensive rebound, Eva Levingston. Lots of traffic in the lane. She kicks it back out. Look back down low, passes errant, deflected and stolen. Noelle Hubert has it for the Norse. She gets it back to Kylie Hunt.
Defensive game these first about 2 minutes here.
Moody over to Hubert. Back to B Street, top of the key. Moody, handoff back to B Street. B Street on the elbow, backing down, kicks it out Moody. Levingston guarding her, 7 to shoot for the Norse. Mia Jordan on the elbow, faces up, goes to work. Tough fadeaway from the free throw line, that's off. And the rebound will go out of bounds. It'll be RMU basketball.
Yeah, I don't know if you fade away there. I think you try to take it up in the body and try to get out somewhere closer to the hoop there.
Full court pressure from the Norse. RMU breaks it rather easily. Levingston working on Hunt, sends it back out to Troutman. Sinai Troutman over to Jada Lee, looking down low to Coons. In the corner, Traore. Good contest from Moody, but Traore, the lefty stroke, finds nothing but the bottom. 3-0 RMU. They crack the scoreboard first.
There we go, shooting 100% right now.
Yeah, it took them 4 possessions to take their first 3, but they made their first one. Mia Jordan trying to find Kylie Hunt on the cut. Just a little too much. Thrown out of bounds.
It's good action, just a sloppy pass.
More pressure here for the Norse. Traore gets it across half. Double comes. They get rid of it to Eva Levingston. Wow, good pass down low, but lots of traffic. The Norse surrounding. Coons now, guarded by Jordan, goes to work right under the basket. I think Jordan got a piece, and then they call a foul going against RMU. So Jordan does get the block, and on the loose ball, a foul called on the Colonials. Another stop for the Norse.
It's a good battle down there.
Norse still trying to crack the scoreboard here, 3.5 minutes in. Kylie Hunt looking for somewhere to go. Noelle Hubert down low to a posted up Mia Jordan. Working on Coons. Jordan spins over her right shoulder, floats it up and in. Mia Jordan, a bucket to get the Norse on the board.
Yeah, we might see a little battle here between Jordan and Coons. They're going at it a little bit, little elbows getting thrown.
RMU breaks the press. They got 19 to shoot. Traore, guarded by B Street, back to the top of the key. Swing it over to Sinai Troutman. Now down low to Coons. She'll take the mid-range. A good contest from behind there by Noelle Hubert. Offensive rebound, though, for RMU. Put right back up and in by Eva Levingston. They did a great job on the initial contest, but unable to secure the boards.
Yeah, just being able to crash the boards and getting that second chance opportunity is important tonight.
Karina B Street goes to the rack, lost it on the way up. It'll be a turnover, and here come the Colonials. Big cross-court pass to Traore. Immediately looking down low to Coons, working on Moody, and she scores it and a foul. Maddie Moody picks up her first personal, and Bailey Coons has a chance for a three-point play.
So far, they've done it on the defensive end, and that's what you want. You do good on defense and then come back on offense quick and then just be able to score.
Bailey Coons, the 5'11" forward, a bit undersized at that position, was working on Maddie Moody at 6'1", able to get to her spot there on the block, took the bump from Moody, scored it, and has a chance for a three-point play. Tasha Rushton and Maya Meredith come in for the Norse. Coons completes the three-point play. It is 8-2. Robert Morris here early.
And the defense has been good for Robert Morris. And that was one of the keys. If they just keep playing good defense, make it hard for NKU.
Rushton now running the point. Up to Mia Jordan. Hand off to Hubert. She'll take the three. No hesitation. That's off the back iron. Long rebound tracked down by Sinai Troutman. And here come RMU. One-on-one with Hubert. Troutman throws it up and will be headed to the line. Hubert picks up the blocking foul.
I think that's a good shot from Hubert. She shoots about 46% from three-point range, which is pretty good.
Very good.
You want her to shoot that. That's a good, just being able to get the angle and shoot it, and just wasn't able to hit the bottom of the net.
Yeah, and I feel like Hubert has the green light. You mentioned 46% from downtown. I mean, she's knocking shots down extremely efficiently, but, you know, that's a player that the Norse need to step up. She's averaging 4 points a game this year. as a starter when she's really out there as the best shooter on the team. You almost want to see her take more threes.
Yeah.
2 made free throws for RMU. It's 10-2 through the first 5 minutes here at Truist Arena. Tasha Rushton is fouled.
Kind of blowing up on the handoff, and they just want to cut that corner, but it's just too hard for the defender to get there.
We have a timeout on the floor, much needed for the Norse. 10-2 down early. Jeff Hands and the Norse will talk it over and try to dig themselves out of this early hole. 5 minutes to play here in the first on the Northerner. Don't go anywhere. Out of the timeout, Norse basketball still looking for some offensive consistency here. Tasha Rushton out to Mia Jordan. Thought about a three. Hubert will try the three and knock it down. There you go. Noelle Hubert right on cue.
That's why she should have the green light. That's why she does. Really great shooter.
10-5 now. The Norse looking for some defensive momentum here too. Tasha Rushton guarding Jada Lee. Lee backing down Rushton into the lane. Rushton goes down. No call. Traore. Same corner she hit the previous three, and it's the same result from Miriam Traore. Now stoppage here.
And she shoots 34% from the three-point range. So sort of efficient. Not too bad.
Yeah, you're not going to be mad at the 34% shooter taken, especially both of those have been open.
Yeah.
Let's see what this stoppage is all about here. I'm not entirely sure. There was a whistle in transition after the made three by Traore.
I think the ref said, I think he said someone's bleeding, but I'm not too sure. But their previous play is under review.
Thought I heard him mention 2 free throws for somebody. Well, 4:21 left here in the first quarter. RMU is leading it 13-5 here early. Both teams have hit a 3 coming out of the media timeout. First, Noelle Hubert for the Norse and Miriam Traore for RMU. Traore is off to a nice start. She's got 6 points on 2 made threes. The sophomore out of France, transferred in from Siena this year. So while they look at this play, we'll step aside here on the Northerner. Back here at Truist Arena, still reviewing the play, have yet to get an official ruling as to what is going on. Jeff Hands is standing right in front of us, looking about as confused as us right now. Now getting word from the referee. He seems...
Good 10? Because it's our ball.
He's not mad about the ruling, it seems.
Jeff Hands in his second season here as the Norse. His first season went 11-21. Before here, he was at Thomas More, where he was a winner, per se.
Yeah, you could say that. So after all that review, it's just a simple inbound for the Norse. I could not tell you what was reviewed. We play on here at Truist Arena. Maya Meredith around the corner, pulls up for an elbow jumper. It was blocked.
And that's a good way to contest her, is straight up and just somehow got the tip there.
Blake Fields got the block for RMU. And now the Colonel's on the other end. Post up on Rushton. Kick out to the corner. Eva Livingston thought about a 3. Working on Moody. Gets down to the block. Can't finish it. Good contest from Moody. She got her own miss, but then lost it right into the hands of Noelle Hubert. Here come the Norse.
A lot of inside-out game for Robert Morris.
Rushton free to fire a 3. There's way too much on that one. Loose ball. Mia Jordan the rebound, but she traveled. Jordan got the rebound, but traveled with the basketball. Recycled possession turns into a turnover, and Jordan comes out for Abby Walterman. 13-5 RMU here. 3.5 minutes to play in the first quarter. Thanks for joining us here on the Northerner alongside Jakob Staley. My name is Ben Burdette. Loose ball picked up by Tasha Rushton. RMU turns it over. Maya Meredith poked it away. Now Rushton. Kick out to Moody. Swing it around. Hubert, top of the key three. That's off the mark. But you'll live with that. You want her to take that shot. She's now taken 3 in the opening quarter, and you will absolutely live with that.
I think they need to try to get to the basket when they get those fast break chances, and just wasn't able to capitalize on that one.
15 to shoot for RMU. Noah Gavan working on Rushton. Got tied up. Oh, countered in a foul. Rushton reaches in, and somehow Gavan put it in. A chance for a three-point play. She had that ball down low, and she went up. I thought Rushton tied her up. Instead, she got a piece of the arm, and just some feat of strength there.
Yeah, and that was pretty impressive. I thought it was about to be a jump ball, but the way she got the ball up, I don't even know how she did it. Norse down by 10. They've just struggled in the first half of games where they've just struggled to keep it with them, but they usually come alive here in a little bit, hopefully.
Gavan misses the free throw. Moody got the rebound, and she was falling out of bounds, saved it into Kimora Morgan, who's checked into the game. So 2.5 minutes to play, 20 to shoot here for the Norse. Maya Meredith with it. Makes a nice move, splits a couple defenders, and gets fouled. It's a flash of skill there from Maya Meredith, able to get between 2 defenders and pick up a foul.
And she shows so many flashes of how great she can be. It just hasn't become that way this season.
Moody probing out to Kimora Morgan, and Maya Meredith now. Skip past Morgan. On the baseline, gets trapped, gets it out to Moody. Moody driving to her left, banks it up and in, working on Bailey Coons. Nothing Coons could do there. Moody just so good on that left hand.
And she's really good with the ball and being able to know to attack that weak foot. And she just has an easy lane to the basket there.
Moody, the true freshman out of Kettering, Ohio, product of Archbishop Alter High School, having quite the true freshman season here at NKU. Three-pointer up and no good for RMU. Noah, or rather, Sinai Troutman, unable to connect off the back iron. Norse on the charge. Kimora Morgan. Maya Meredith. Back to Morgan in the corner. Now Moody. Walterman pops out the top of the key. Gets it to Rushton. Rushton forced right. Goes middle. Loses the ball. Got it stripped away. RMU now on the other end. Jada Lee gives it off to Coons. Really nice pass from Jada Lee, and Bailey Coons lays it in traffic. 17-7, RMU extends the lead back to 10. Karina Bistry to the scores table for the Norse.
She knew she had a trailer, so she could flip it behind and just found a wide open layup there.
15 to shoot. Meredith, top of the key, gets the screen from Walterman, goes left, takes some contact, cannot bank it in. Loose ball, Walterman tracks down the rebound, bounce pass, Meredith. She finishes it.
And hopefully that gets her going. The first shot was a little strong, but being able to get the ball back and see the ball get through the hoop might be some help.
Ooh, the Norse don't stop the ball in transition. A wide open three for Gavan. Luckily, it was off for the Norse, but an offensive rebound by Eva Livingston. She spins over her right shoulder and banks it in with the left hand. Back to a 10-point game. Cannot afford to give up extra possessions. Rushton forced to the right, picks up her dribble, gives it to Walterman at the top of the key, finds a cutting Meredith, down on the block, working on Troutman, tough fadeaway off the back iron, no good. Walterman fighting for the ball, she gets it out to Tasha Rushton, another offensive board. Morgan now to the rack, can't bank it in. Moody an offensive board this time. All kinds of traffic, shot clock off for the Norse. Moody can't bank it in, and on the third try, the Norse get nothing out of it. 5 left in the quarter, 4 in the quarter. 3 to shoot for RMU. In the lane, Gavan scores it at the horn. A floater in the lane, and RMU caps off an excellent first quarter as they take a 21-9 lead.
And they were able to capitalize on NKU where they did not have people back, and they were also tired from 3 offensive rebounds, just not being able to capitalize, and just them running out and taking it down low. It's going to be easy for our RMU.
That is a killer Three offensive rebounds on the last possession for the Norse. Multiple really good looks from close. They were decently contested, but I mean, Moody, Morgan, I mean,
And those shots will go down in the game. It's textbook, hit it off the glass, but it's just not falling through. It's a little strong or a little too weak, but it'll go in at some point, hopefully,
well,
for them.
similar to Thursday night, the Norse not making it easy on themselves. Already in a 12-point hole. It's 21-9 RMU after one here on the Northerner. The second quarter coming up after this. Start of the second quarter at Truist Arena. The Norse down by 12, 21-9 to Robert Morris. Abby Walterman gives it off to Kylie Hunt, who's back into the game. Top of the key now, Jemiah Thomas. Back to Kimora Morgan. Morgan picks up her dribble in the corner. Back up to the top of the key, Walterman. Looking down low to Jemiah Thomas. Working for position on Lake Fields. Thomas throws it up off glass. Cannot finish. Good contest there by Lake Fields.
And Thomas wanted that ball. She was calling for it, jumping for it, but just wasn't able to capitalize on that.
Two freshmen going at it down there. On the other end, Thomas defending against Livingston. Forces a miss. Good defense there by Thomas. That was Bailey Coons, rather, she was guarding and missing the shot. Kylie Hunt on the other end is fouled on her way to the basket. It's going to go against Jada Lee. It'll be on the floor.
And Coons has been their leading scorer with 7 points so far in the contest, shooting 42% from the field, so really efficient. And Traore, who has shot 2 3-pointers so far, is 2 for 2, 100%.
Norse get the ball in all the way back up near midcourt to Kylie Hunt. Now Walterman with it. And Morgan back over to Hunt. Free to fire a wing three. Kylie Hunt off the back rim. And then a foul going the other way on Walterman on the rebound.
Hunt had a big last game in the first 2 quarters with 11 points, but then went quiet in the second half. So they hope to get her going here early like she did against Green Bay.
Norse just looking to get anybody going right now.
Yeah, and it's a struggle to be able to just break through that Robert Morris defense.
Lee kick to the corner. Traore will throw it around. Now Noah Gavan, top of the key, guarded by Hunt. Screen coming from Lake Fields. Double team momentarily for the Norse. Gavan spins, travels with the basketball in the lane. Took a little step through, but she didn't dribble first. It was just really awkward looking. Pretty easy call there.
Just a little too many steps. Yeah, the ref looked right at it and knew it.
So an opportunity for some points off turnovers here. Hunt picks up her dribble. Now Jemiah Thomas. She's in the lane working on Fields again. Spins with the left hand. Gets it to go. Jemiah Thomas, a nice move down low.
And she's a 2-point per game scorer, so already at the average. She doesn't really play that much, but I bet she's hoping to get into these games more if she can play.
Traore, another corner three from the same spot. Miriam Traore has hit 3 threes from that corner. She's perfect on the night.
And that's what you want. 9 points so far for her and leading Robert Morris.
Morgan a 3. That's good for the Norse. Kimora Morgan, catch and shoot from the wing. No hesitation. She found nothing but the bottom. Kimora Morgan, another Norse looking to get going this year, member of the Horizon League all-freshman team a year ago, the sophomore out of Oshawa, Ontario. Knocks down a big shot there for the Norse. Coons to a cutting Traore, working on B Street. Nice move, and Miriam Traore
keeping that
has
game.
11. Banks it in off the glass.
And 4 shots is made off.
Kylie Hunt for the Norse gets cut off, picks up her dribble. Now to the top of the key, Walterman. Swing it back over to Morgan. Screen set by Jemiah Thomas. Switched onto Fields as Morgan. Double team, picks up her dribble. Big skip to the corner. It's intercepted by Traore, and she's fouled immediately by Kylie Hunt.
And that Robert Morris defense, they want them to drive right, putting them into a trap. And it keeps working for them because any guard will go downhill if you're going to give it to them. And then they just get cut off instantly, and then they start backpedaling, and that's not a good thing for the Norse.
Another squandered offensive possession for the Norse. Javan, top of the key to Eva Livingston, guarded by Jemiah Thomas. She'll take the free throw line jumper and get nothing but error. Not even close for Livingston. Out of bounds, Norse basketball.
And Traore was calling for the ball down there. She had a mismatch on B Street.
Livingston didn't see it, missed the shot, and the Norse back on offense. Screen set by Thomas. Kimora Morgan with the basketball now. She gets a screen from Walterman, lost the basketball. Noah Gavan out in front of everybody. Kimora Morgan defending. She missed the layup, and it goes out of bounds. Norse basketball. What in the world? I don't know if Gavan heard the footsteps of Morgan. Morgan didn't really put in much of a contest. I don't know how you missed that shot.
Just overthinking that, I think, there, and just was expecting some contact and just didn't get anything.
Hey, it's the hardest shot in basketball, the wide open layup. Can't knock it, really. Kylie Hunt, 15 to shoot for the Norse. Hunt inside, gives it off Morgan, and she's fouled. Right down low, Morgan headed to the free throw line. Something that the Norse have not done over the last 2 games is get to the line.
And I like how Hunt wasn't scared to take it in to the 2 bigs and just being able to split that and then find a cutter. Just wasn't able to hit the layup, but they have 2 chances here.
Mia Jordan comes into the game for Walterman. So now you got Mia Jordan, Jemiah Thomas out there. Jordan, a stretch big that can really shoot it, and Thomas, kind of a bully ball player. That's not really a combo we've seen much this year. We'll see what kind of layer that gives this Norse offense. Morgan misses the first free throw.
And a lot of young people, besides Kylie Hunt, they're all sophomores or freshmen, and let's just see how this lineup goes for them.
Morgan 1 for 2 from the line. Norse setting up the press. 5 seconds to get it over for RMU. 3 seconds to get it over. They do get it over with 21 to shoot. Here's Miriam Traore. Double team comes Beastry and Thomas. Now just Beastry. Traore picks up her dribble. Back out to Livingston. She gets by Morgan. Loses the ball. Picked up. And no jump ball called. Lots of contact. And then they call a foul on Kimora Morgan. I mean, that should have been a jump ball. That ball was held for 3 good seconds. I don't know what.
Traore went in there and hit a brick wall, and Mia Jordan
Inbound, Jada Lee swings it around Traore. Same spot. Not that time. Oh, my goodness. Traore missed. Offensive rebound, though. Livingston in the land of the trees tries to pass it. Can't do it. It's turned over. Kamora Morgan has the steal.
NKU can breathe a little bit there. She missed a three-pointer, and that's her first miss.
And now 3 for 4 from deep. Hunt stops in the lane, looking for somewhere to go. Gets it out to Kamora Morgan. Now Beastry, 13 to shoot for the Norse. Screen coming from Jordan. Beastry picks up her dribble. Now over to Jordan, 8 to shoot. Down low, Jemiah Thomas working on Traore. Thomas traveled. Looked like a good move.
That was just she picked up that left foot and put it back down, and the ref saw it right away.
4:57 to play here in the second. We have a timeout on the floor. 26 to 15. Robert Morris leads it here at the media timeout. We'll be back here on the Northerner.
Dunkton.
Out of the media timeout, RMU basketball. 4:40 to play. Your Norse trailing it by 11. Miriam Traore gives it off to Eva Livingston, working on Jemiah Thomas. Right there on the block. Livingston left-handed off glass. No. Good defense and the rebound by Jemiah Thomas.
Good defense by her, just keeping her arms up and not wanting to let her hands fall down.
Beastry trying to take it all the way to the cup. Can't finish it. Rebounded by Jada Lee. Quick crossover on Thomas. Help comes from the Norse. Traore, a corner three. That one airballed. Wow, Traore. Something has happened on her last two attempts. She was, catching nothing but money there. But
the human is coming out.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Jemiah Thomas working on Traore. Spins up and under, blocked by Traore. Knocked out of bounds by Traore. It'll be Norse basketball. I know we're kind of saying Traore's name a lot, obviously, because she's impacting this game. But a 6'3" player that can play both guard and forward, she has been wreaking havoc on both sides of the ball.
And that's what you want is just someone that can play at all 5 or 3, all positions.
Rushton, a 3, no good. Standing behind the screen set by Jordan, she couldn't get it to go. Bit of a hesitation there from Rushton. Jada Lee now for the Colonials rather. They're similar words.
Same thing.
Jordan working on Coons. Good contest by Jordan. So the Norse and their foul going the other way. It'll be Norse basketball. Rushton was fouled. So the Norse's interior defense has been good for the most part.
Yeah, it's just those 4 straight threes is just kind of affected them here.
Yeah, Jemiah Thomas goes to the bench. She gave a really good sequence there for the Norse. Rebounding the ball, scored a bucket, played great defense. Maddie Moody comes in for her.
And so far, they're both even in rebounds, 15 to 16, pretty even.
Offensive rebounds, though, is where RMU has hurt the Norse, even though they're relatively even in that category as well. Kimora Morgan, a 3, top of the key. That one is off. Another poor three-point shooting night thus far for the Norse. Still time to turn it around, of course. 3 minutes to play here in the first half. Norse trailing it by 11, 26-15.
And the Norse have 7 turnovers already in the press conference last game. Jeff Hans wants to keep that down to 12, which is almost on pace.
Miriam Traore drives baseline and hits the floater with the left hand. Traore has 13 of RMU's 28 points coming into this game, averaging 10. Traore has been a beast. Mia Jordan, top of the key. That one spins in and out. Noelle Hubert, the offensive rebound. A reload here for the Norse. Down low to Moody, working on Livingston. Moody goes to the right. Fade away, no.
And that's a good shot. It just does not go in. And that's what NKU is struggling with. They'll get good looks. It's just not going in for them.
Traore on an island with Morgan. Gives it up to Lake Fields. Back to Traore. And a foul called on Morgan. Trying to go over the screen set by Fields. Little too much contact on Traore. That is the 4th team foul for the Norse. RMU will be shooting at the next foul.
With 2 minute 15 to play, NKU just has to get some buckets on the other end to just cut into this lead.
Sinai Troutman tries to bank it in with the left hand, cannot. Offense or defensive rebound by Moody. Hubert in transition, thought about a 3, looks down low to Moody. She had position and scores over the much smaller Jada Lee. Good job exploiting that mismatch by Noelle Hubert, who picks up the assist.
And it was a good look right away. Saw it. They're down. And I think that's where they get their points. It's just those fast-paced points.
Pass errant and intercepted by Maddie Moody. Moody right back to the block. She tries to back down her defender, takes the shot quickly and comes up well short, and then rebounded by RMU and a foul going the other way. So a transition opportunity that wasn't there for the Norse.
Yeah, and it was just a 4th shot, and she knew it too.
So a foul on NKU means free throws for RMU. Eva Livingston at the free throw line. Junior from Oakland, California, was previously at Cal State Fullerton before making the cross-country trip to the Pittsburgh metro area. Got a pretty good Cal State Fullerton transfer that plays here at NKU as well on the men's side. That being Donovan O'Day, of course. Looks like we got a little bit of bleeding for Sinai Troutman for RMU. Looks like we got that under control, though. Two made free throws for Eva Livingston. It's 30-17 here, 94 seconds to play in the first half. Kylie Hunt running the point. Picks up her dribble over to Maya Meredith. Back to Jordan, top of the key, thought about a 3. Picks up her dribble, Hubert. Cutting Mia Jordan. Hubert finds her. She's fouled. Jordan, nice slip to get to the basket. She's going to the free throw line.
Yeah, definitely good look by Hubert. She had one good pass before, and she throws a good pass. Just didn't go up for Jordan.
First free throw good for Jordan.
She's a 75% free throw shooter.
Knocks down both. 30-19 the score. 70 seconds to play here in the first half. RMU down low to Lake Fields, blocked by Mia Jordan.
Great contest there by Jordan. She knew she had the height advantage and just was quick.
Norse on the charge. Kylie Hunt lost the basketball in the lane. RMU now. Jada Lee on Jordan. Bit of a mismatch. She gives it up to Givon. Working on Hunt. Givon reverses it back to Lee. Now Sanai Troutman posting up Lake Fields. She's going to pass out of it to Givon. 10 to shoot for RMU. Givon picks up her dribble. Free throw line mid-range is off the back iron. Rebounded by Jordan. 1 second differential between the shot and game clock for the Norse. There's 25 to shoot, 26 to play.
Hands wants one shot here.
Hunt slows it down. She obliges. Now Maddie Moody at the top of the key. Hand off to Maya Meredith. Turns the corner. Meredith. Kick out. Jordan. Good look at a three. No good. Rebounded by Moody. 7 to shoot. Moody puts it back up and in. Clock continues to roll. 1 second. Half-court shot for RMU. Jada Lee. No.
And that's a good last set by NKU. Just getting to crash the glass and getting that second chance opportunity was huge there. And they cut the lead to single digits now. They're only down by 9.
Yeah, the Norse do a great job there at the end of the half to make it manageable coming out of the break. Moody, a big offensive rebound and a stick back. She's been a really clutch player so far this year for the Norse, and it's manageable now. You're playing at home, a good conference opponent, and you still got a lot to clean up, So, and when the Norse are fixing those issues, I think they got a pretty good shot here in the second half.
Definitely. Their defense has been pretty good tonight. It's just the offense has not been able to hit a basket. Fast break points just have not been anything, really.
Yeah, looking at the first half stats, an identical amount of shot attempts for both the teams. They both took 30. NKU held Robert Morris to 11 of 30 shooting. And the Norse, again, a slow start shooting 8 for 30. But the difference in the game, well, I would say 3-pointers, but RMU's made 3. The Norse have made 2. Only a 2-point discrepancy at the free throw line. I mean, this game is fairly even despite it being a 9-point game.
Definitely. Besides like the first half for Robert Morris, who shot 50% from the field and 50% from 3, it's pretty even. NKU just has shot poorly. For the first half, they've only shot 26% from the field and 18% from 3, which is not good. That is under their average, and their average has been pretty low this season.
Well, after dropping the first quarter 21 to 9, they win the second quarter 12 to 9. And as we mentioned, get it back to a single-digit game. It is halftime here at Truist Arena. We will be back for the second half as the Norse try to pull this one out in conference play. Don't go anywhere here on the Northerner. Second half here at Truist Arena, RMU with the basketball first, nursing a 9-point lead that the Norse cut into there at the end of the first half. Karina Beastry with a steal. One-on-one with Jada Lee. Beastry can't get it to go. Everything but the finish.
And that's kind of been the story there for the game, is just the ball is not falling into the net. It's rolling out.
It's a decent contest by Lee, but certainly one that you want to put in. Sinai Troutman lost it momentarily. Beastry, ball pressure. Double team comes momentarily. Now Beastry on Troutman again. Floats it up in the lane. An offensive foul. I think, yeah, Kylie Hunt was the one that took it for the Norse. Planting her feet just outside the restricted arc.
So far, they've picked up where they've left off on defense, and that's what they want.
Screen set by Jordan. Hunt going right to the rack, and a foul from behind. Lake Fields picks up the foul on the contest. 2 free throws coming for Kylie Hunt.
Good way to find contact. She goes at the one of the biggest defenders and somehow just gets the ball up and around, and she knew she was going to get fouled. A 91.7 free throw shooter for Hunt. She doesn't really miss. She's only missed once this season.
There you go. No announcer jinx there. 2 for 2.
Nope, never.
30-23. The Norse get on the board first. 7-point game. Sinai Troutman driving baseline, kicks it out to Jada Lee. Now she drives in on Hunt. Lost it momentarily, tried to get it back and save it, but right into the arms of Kylie Hunt. Here come the Norse. Beastry back to Jordan at the top of the key. Hubert comes to get it. Hubert picks up her dribble to Jordan. Looking down low, Moody had it knocked away from behind by Eva Levingston, and a turnover for the Norse. Sinai Troutman picks up her dribble. Levingston top of the key. Now Jada Lee. Slowing things down. Over to Miriam Traore. The story of the first half for the Colonials. Now Lee trying to back down Hunt down low. Little guard on guard here. Lee can't get it to go. Weak side offensive board by Lake Fields, and a big time block by Mia Jordan. Here come the Norse the other way.
The defense has been the biggest part of this second half for the Norse.
Hunt gets downhill, but blocked there by Aislinn Malcolm, who had a very quiet first half. Malcolm, the team's leading scorer, the transfer from Pitt, averaging 13 points a game. Haven't said her name much at all, but gets a block there on Hunt. Lake Fields standing with the basketball, looking for somewhere to go. Now Jada Lee. Switch now onto Mia Jordan. Lee drives right by Jordan, can't get it to go. Jordan tips it out, and it's an offensive rebound for Sinai Troutman.
And it was a good idea to tip out right there just to see if it could get somewhere, but it didn't work.
Troutman dumps it off down low to Lake Fields for an easy layup. RMU's on the board here in the second half. Hubert into the corner to Moody. Moody dribbling back out towards midcourt. Bounce pass to Beastry at the top of the key. Guarded by Traore. They try to get the switch. Traore stays on her. Wow, the pass went right through Mia Jordan's legs.
Yeah, and it was just a low pass, so it went right between her legs. It's kind of funny.
Troutman pull up 3, air ball for RMU. That's the 3rd time they've caught nothing but air on a shot. And that one, a transition 3, not really contested.
And that's like just a forced shot right there, though. You come down the court quick and just throw it up there. There's no much thought behind it.
Still a 9-point game, 3 minutes into the second half. It's 32-23. Both teams with 2 points here in the quarter. Walterman into the game at the top of the key, dribbles it over to Beastry. Frees up some space. Beastry crosses back over. Tough lefty layup. No good. Beastry struggling here in this one.
And she's a 10-point per game scorer. It's just not getting to her today.
Coons working on Moody down low. There's nowhere to go. Coons just lost the ball. I think she was going for a shot fake, and then it just slipped out of her hands. Moody picks up the basketball, and then a big collision between her and Eva Levingston results in a foul on Levingston and the Norse basketball. Tasha Rushton comes into the game. Kylie Hunt to the bench. And RMU is Okay, Maya Meredith also into the game. Oh, there's a lot going on right now. They're counting everybody on the court. The Norse didn't have 5, and now Noah Givon is tying her shoe, and it's just, wow.
Lot of action.
Talk about flow of the game. There is none right now. But that's okay.
NKU's defense has just been really good. It's just the offensive end is not coming to them.
Tasha Rushton working on Givon into the corner to Maddie Moody. Back to Rushton. 15 to shoot for the Norse. Rushton picks up her dribble. Walterman comes out to get it. Now she's going to drive on Coons. Walterman up and under lefty layup.
Through.
Banks it in for Walterman. 7-point game.
She knew she had a mismatch before, and she got it at the top of the key and then just went straight downhill. Was able to get a pump fake and step through. It was nothing but net for her.
Norse taking advantage of Bailey Coons, the 5'11 forward, just using the size advantage. Noah Givon for RMU. Into the lane to Coons, working on Walterman. Foul on Walterman. Coons nearly hit the shot. But it'll be 2 free throws coming for Bailey Coons. 5:38 to play here at Truist Arena.
The line for the Colonials, number 34, Bailey Coons, 4-2 free throw.
Coons shoots 63% from the line. First one is good. Second one is also good.
Back to a 9-point game. Jada Lee into the game for RMU. Miriam Traore, who had a much quieter sequence there to begin the half after 13 first-half points. Moody looking for somewhere to go with it. Rushton finally comes to get it. Now with a head of steam to the basket. Tasha Rushton gets fouled. It nearly dropped for an and one, but Tasha Rushton has 2 free throws.
She's had a quiet game so far, with only right now, these might be her first points of the game.
Rushton, a guard with a lot of experience, a graduate student from the University of Texas Permian Basin, knocks down the first free throw. And some more blood. Bailey Coons bleeding at the patella, the kneecap, if you will. Wow, that's interesting. You get a whole other perspective when you're down here at the scorers table. They have 20 seconds, a 20-second clock to clean the blood off of her knee before, I guess, a delay of game. I guess.
Yeah.
Oh, before they have to sub her out of the game. Okay. So, yeah, Coons has to come out of the game. Lake Fields comes in.
Second one is good.
Rushton 2 for 2. Back to a 7-point game. Full court pressure here for the Norse. It's an immediate turnover. Rushton a 3. Good. Timeout RMU. 5 quick points for Tasha Rushton. Noelle Hubert intercepted the inbound pass, found Rushton all alone, who knocked it down. It's 34-30.
And that's their defense. They've been playing great defense the second half, and there it is. You finally get something going on offense, and it's 5 quick points.
Defense turning into offense for the Norse. They've cut the deficit to 4 here with 5:17 left in the third. Out of the timeout, Norse with more full court pressure. This time, well, the Colonials still not across half court. Now they do get the cross half court just in the nick of time.
Cutting it close. Had maybe a second.
Yeah. Full court pressure netted the Norse a 3 before the timeout.
And you can see that Robert Morris is getting a little flustered there on the offensive end because their defense has just been so well.
Yeah, already down to 4 to shoot. Traore's got to force up a 3. Ew, in and out for Traore. And a board by Maya Meredith. Here come the Norse. Another stop on defense. Rushton picks up her dribble out to Moody. Top of the key to Meredith. Looking down low to Moody. She's got position, got blocked. Wow, great defensive play there by Noah Givon.
Yeah, just good instincts to know when she's going up and just read it.
Oh, blocked from behind by Walterman. Was an easy look there for Givon, but Walterman says no.
Good IQ by Hubert there, being able to see that Rushton was falling out of bounds.
Right back to Moody on the block. Has the size advantage over Lee, and Moody banks it in on that left hand.
And I really like the confidence Jeff Hands has in Moody. He'll, even off a missed shot, he'll go right back to her, and that's what you want.
Givon, top of the key, Jada Lee. Rushton comes to defend. Under 4 minutes to play here in the third quarter. It's a 2-point game. RMU 34, NKU 32.
Rip through.
Coons working on Walterman, rips through, gets the foul call. It's going to be on Abby Walterman. On the floor. Third foul on Walterman.
She got a little Band-Aid on her knee.
And now we've reached the media timeout. The previous timeout was a full timeout taken by RMU, but now with 3:48 to go, the Norse have further closed down the lead, this time down to 2. Media timeout here at Truist Arena. We'll be back after this. RMU ball. Here's Noah Givon. Crosses over on Meredith.
Looks like NKU's playing some zone action.
And an offensive foul, yes. Givon went for the jump pass out to the corner, and in the process, knocked over Tasha Rushton, who was in a legal guarding position.
And it looked like a 3-2. I think they're trying to close down the 3-point makes, maybe? Or just giving pressure to the guards.
Norse a chance to tie or take the lead. 34-32, they trail. Jemiah Thomas into the game. Rushton sends it out, looks down low to Thomas. She's got position down there, up and under, everything but the finish for Thomas. Rebounded by the Colonials, and Eva Levingston now, guarded by Moody. Traore, top of the key, to Lee, guarded by Rushton.
It looks like Robert Morris is starting to slow down the game a little bit for them.
Coons guarded by Thomas, nowhere to go, finds the cutter in Lee, missed the layup. It was a good look for Jada Lee, hit the underside of the rim on the layup.
Yeah, and that's a good slide over by Thomas just to cut it off a little bit.
Moody for the tie, no, got her own miss, back up, and she's fouled. Maddie Moody to the line, a chance to tie the game.
And Robert Morris will not be able to keep her off the boards. And he might have to send two at her.
Mora Morgan into the game, replacing Noelle Hubert. Knocks down the first. It's a 1-point game.
Shoots 80% from the line. Has only missed 5 this season out of 25 attempts.
2 for 2 this time. We are tied at 34. The Norse erase a 9-point halftime deficit, a 12-point deficit at the end of the first quarter.
NKU is keeping the pressure, and that's what they should keep doing. It's working.
Big skip pass to Traore to break the press. Now 19 to shoot for RMU. Jada Lee, guarded by Tasha Rushton, goes left on Rushton. Scoop layup is good for Jada Lee.
And that's just too easy, just being able to scoop it up.
And then immediately on the inbound, Rushton catches it, bumped by Lee. And Rushton goes down like she just got hit by a truck.
And she's laughing because she knows she flopped a little.
That was
there.
funny. I mean, she got the call immediately. It wasn't really all that necessary, but hey, we'll take it.
Line.
Hey, yeah, the Norse at the bonus here. 2:24 left to play. Rushton a chance to tie the game right back up.
The 91% free throw shooter.
Knocks them both down.
Cannot miss.
36 all. Pressure again for the Norse. Rushton and Morgan back there. They get it to Traore. Goes middle, does Traore, gets it over with Sinai Troutman. 20 to shoot for RMU. Jada Lee back running the point. This time guarded by Kimora Morgan. Quick crossover on Morgan. Kick out Sinai Troutman. High arcing three. Another air ball. What is going on?
Defense. Better defense.
That was a good look for Troutman. And had a whole lot of air under it and a whole lot of air as it plummeted to the ground.
It's the pressure that NKU's defense has brought. They know someone's going to collapse on them, so they just throw it up there.
Jemiah Thomas looking down low, kick out. Morgan had a good look at a three, instead drives baseline, and she stepped out of bounds. Morgan already with a three made today, had about 10 feet of space there in the corner.
Yeah, I like the attack there. She wants to get her attack going and then stretch out the floor. But she just steps out by like a hair.
Minute 40 to play here in the third quarter. We're all tied up at 36. Bailey Coons, dribble handoff to Eva Levingston. Quick pull-up. That's no good. And the board's cleared by Maya Meredith. Rushton, transition. Morgan, this time she'll take it. And that's off the front rim. Grabbed by Eva Levingston.
And that's a pretty good shot in transition. She found herself wide open, and Hand's also one of that. He's yelling, shoot the ball.
Troutman inside. She's fouled going to the line. Went for the little step around there on Jemiah Thomas, and a little bit of a hip check there. It's the first on Thomas, and Sinai Troutman has 2 free throws.
Thomas has played about 10 minutes so far, so a lot more than she has recently.
Gave the Norse great minutes in the first half. The only player that came out with a positive plus-minus in the first half for the Norse. Troutman, shooting struggles continue. Misses the first free throw.
Troutman hasn't had a free throw attempt this season. Makes
1 for 2 there. RMU a 1-point lead, 37-36, 70 seconds to play here in the third. Rushton, quick crossover. Keeps the ball low, picks it up on the block, looking for somewhere to go. Beastry, top of the key. Oh, she hesitated on the three.
She wanted it to. The look in her face. She
Now
wasn't able to
Thomas clearing space down low. Finishes it just too much to handle down low. Jemiah Thomas puts the Norse on top.
and that's a good move. She just be able to spin and get it, just shot the ball up there. It was pretty impressive.
Miriam Traore now with it. Crosses over into the lane. Floater is off. Fight for the board and a tie-up, it looks like. And the possession arrow is with the Norse.
And the momentum is in their favor.
It's been a big third quarter for the Norse.
It starts on that defensive end. Their offense has been getting into it this last half here, and they're really into it now.
3-second differential between the shot and game clock. 15 on the shot clock, 18 on the game clock. Norse again holding it for one shot here. Rushton goes to work now with 10 to shoot. Double comes out for her. Picks up her dribble over to Karina Beastry. 5 to shoot for the Norse. Beastry drives baseline, floats it up off the glass and in. Beastry gets on the board. 3 to shoot for RMU. A big heave for Jada Lee coming up. And that is short. The Norse lead it after 3 quarters.
And that's a layup she makes this game, and that's the toughest one she's had. 3 defenders, just being able to scoop and score is huge, and now they get the 3-point lead.
Beastry's first points of the ball game, and what a time for it. She had been struggling from the field, but when it mattered most, she gets her first points, first field goal of the game, and extends the Norse lead to 3 at the end of the third. 40-37. Your Norse jump out in front. 1 quarter to play. Don't go anywhere. The Norse looking for their first Horizon League win. Back after this. Start of quarter number 4. RMU with the basketball first. The Norse have taken the lead after outscoring RMU, 19-7 there in that third quarter.
And I think what that was defense. and their defense translated to offense there.
Sinai Troutman, a nice pull-up mid-range, finds nothing but the bottom for RMU. She'd been mightily struggling from the field, but knocks that one down to make it a one-point game.
And a little step back there to free her up some more space.
Rushton right on the other end, right to the basket, and Rushton gets the bucket right back.
And she went scoreless in the first half, but has started so well and now having 11 points.
Troutman to the rack again. She scores it and one. Got on the baseline and got Kimora Morgan for the foul and a chance for a three-point play.
One for the Colonials, number 2, Ames Johnson, 4-1 free throw.
I apologize. That's Aislinn Malcolm, the team's leading scorer. No wonder we've been saying she's quiet today. Our roster, unfortunately, has 2 number 2s, and one of them is Aislinn Malcolm. That is. So every time we've said Sinai Troutman today, it's actually been Aislinn Malcolm. We apologize for that. Wow, what a oversight.
And she has 7 points tonight. She's shooting 33% from the field and 0% from 3.
The Norse just turned the ball over. Now, Malcolm missed the free throw, so they still hold a 1-point lead, 42-41. Here's Malcolm again. In the lane, lefty hook shot. Wow, Aislinn Malcolm has come to life here in the fourth quarter. She knocks it down, puts the Norse behind, and puts the Colonials on top 43-41. Meredith back out. Morgan a 3. That was online, but hit the back iron. No good. Fight for the board goes right to Meredith, and she can't finish it. It was a really good contest by Traore.
And just a strong hit off the glass for Meredith. She's got to get a little softer around the rim.
Transition 3, Jada Lee, way too strong. And the rebound by Jemiah Thomas. So no harm, no foul. One-point game, Beastry. Rushton catch and shoot 3 off the back iron. Rebounded by Meredith. She sticks it back up and in.
And that's a good knack for the ball there. She tracked it, found it, and nothing but easy bunny there.
Norse teeter-totter back on top, 44-43.
And that gives her 4 points on the night.
Jada Lee over to Aislinn Malcolm. Floater again. Scores and one. A blocking foul on Karina Bistry.
No, it's offensive foul there. So
Oh, wow.
Defense.
It originally looked like the Robert Morris bench was celebrating after that floater went down, but no, yeah, you're right, an offensive foul.
From our angle, she looked like she was kind of in the restricted area, but ref has better view, and we aren't arguing.
Chandler McCabe, the head coach for RMU, telling her team to take charges because they're going to call him, it seems. Meredith a 3 from the corner, no. Gave a little jab step before putting that one up, just couldn't get it to fall.
And the way NKU gets back on defense, they all have their heads turned and ready for a defensive possession. And I think that has really changed throughout this game.
Jada Lee goes right to the basket, pulls up, and is fouled by Jemiah Thomas. That is the second on Thomas, and free throws coming up for Jada Lee.
Number 20, Jada Lee. 4 2 goals. And then we'll get the most of the 15 ball. There's the time.
The graduate student from Mount St. Mary's at the line. That's the first one.
Yeah, originally from hometown kid, Pittsburgh, PA. Comes home to RMU for her graduate season. Knocks down both free throws here. Robert Morris up by 1.
87% free throw shooter.
Rushton over to Maya Meredith. 20 to shoot for the Norse. Meredith refuses the handoff. Now gives it off to Beastry. 13 to shoot. Traore forcing Beastry right. She'll oblige. Go right to the rack and bank it in.
And she's starting off how she ended the quarter. It's strong.
Traore was a little slow to get up. She seems to be all right.
And their defense set there didn't really work for them. They wanted Beastry to slip downhill, but she was just able to get around the big, and that was nothing but easy for her. She made it look easy, at least.
Yeah,
For us, that's hard.
forcing her right. I'm sure she'll take that all day. Eva Livingston, top of the key. Now Coons back to Traore, guarded by the smaller Beastry. They force it down low. Rushton tried to get a hand on it, but just couldn't do it. Now Traore, 8 to shoot. Gives it up Coons, back to Traore. 3 Norse around, loose ball on the deck. Traore gets on it, saves the possession. 1 second to shoot. Malcolm, no, that's a shot clock violation. Didn't hit the rim.
And NKU's recovery has been so well in these 2 last quarters. They've been able to have their head on a swivel and just finding a body to get to keep them off the glass. This has been their best defensive game they've played.
Yeah, they hold on to a 1-point lead. Trying to pull away here in the fourth quarter. 6:10 to play in this one. Looking down low to Walterman. The pass was just too far in front of Abby Walterman from Maya Meredith. Trickles out of bounds.
And so far, NKU is at 12 turnovers, what Jeff Hand wants. They have less turnovers than Robert Morris, and Robert Morris has 14.
Malcolm around the corner. Traore in the corner. Got it stripped by Beastry, and then a foul on Traore. Or was it out of bounds? Either way, it's the Norse basketball. Looks like no foul, and it just trickled out of bounds. Beastry, active hands. So the 5'9" Beastry guarding the 6'3" Traore,
Yeah,
and forces a turnover.
and the crowd is coming a little alive right now.
We got more blood. Are we being serious? It's a bloodbath here on a Sunday afternoon. My goodness. Looks like it's Jada Lee this time. Gushing a little bit. I don't know if that was the right adjective there, but, bleeding. I want to spice it up a little more. You want to add, some descriptive words.
NKU has shot 18% from 3, but have done it really well in the interior, shooting 32%, which isn't great, but it's better than Robert Morris.
Beastry, a floater in the lane, no. Robert Morris wanted to travel. Doesn't matter. She missed the shot. 5.5 to play. Malcolm lost the ball, but a blocking foul on Rushton.
Rushton's a little surprised there, but she slides over and just doesn't have her feet set. They're going to give that to the offense any day.
24 to shoot for RMU. Jada Lee triggers it in under the basket. They go out to Malcolm. Quick first step. Euro step Malcolm, and she's fouled again by Rushton.
That was a great take by Malcolm there. Meredith slides out and she attacks that weak foot and has nothing but space all around.
So 2 quick fouls there for Rushton, her 3rd and her 4th. So she will sit. A bevy of substitutions here for the Norse. Maya Meredith is out of the game. Maddie Moody is in. Kylie Hunt came in for Tasha Rushton. First free throw good for Malcolm. We're tied at 46. 5.5 minutes to play.
Moody has 10 points tonight. 9 rebounds, close to that double-double she had one the other night.
She had 21 and 12 the other night against Southern Indiana in a thrilling overtime win. She was big in that overtime period as well. RMU back on top. Both free throws were knocked down by Malcolm. Hubert gives it up to Walterman. Look down low. Oh, my goodness. Walterman had Hunt. It was a little bit behind her, but there was nobody around Hunt. She's probably going to make that catch. Instead, goes off her hands and out of bounds. RMU now a chance to get in front by 2 possessions, something that neither team has done here in the fourth quarter. Just been going back and forth here through the first half of the fourth quarter. Traore right to the cup. An offhanded finish. The righty, or the lefty rather, lays it in with the right. And it's RMU by 3 under 5 minutes to play. Immediate timeout coming at the next dead ball.
And she's starting to come back alive from her first half.
And foul away from the ball going on. Bailey Coons for RMU, and there is the immediate timeout. So 4:36 to play. We will step aside. RMU by 3 probably a timeout the Norse we're looking forward to.
Yeah.
So it'll be NKU basketball, 20 seconds on the shot clock, 4:36 to play in this one when we return on the Northern. Norse ball out of the media timeout. Down by 3 after a foul on RMU. 20 to shoot. They get it into Hunt right back to B Street. 15 to shoot, Karina B Street. She'll take the 3, kind of leaning a little bit, nearly banked it in. She got her own miss, though. The stick back was no good. Walterman's stick back is no good. Another board, but this time for RMU. Wow, that's a tough possession to go away empty on.
Yeah, and those are multiple repossessions that you can score on, but just was not able to capitalize on.
B Street got her own miss after following her shot. Wow. 10 to shoot on the other end for RMU. We're at 4 minutes to play in this one. Jada Lee calling for a screen from Coons. They switch it. Moody now guarding Lee. Good contest by Moody, but an offensive board by Coons, who sticks it back up and in. 5-point game. First time either team has been up by multiple possessions here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, and Coons has 11 tonight. And that's 3 players in double digits.
Norse in need of a basket. Moody spinning on Coons. Coons got the block. She went straight up. Moody went right into her hand. Big pass up ahead, Traore. Stops her dribble. Pass deflected and stolen by Noelle Hubert.
And she's played big-time minutes so far, mostly on the defensive end.
And a timeout called by NKU as they were in transition following the steal. 26 seconds on the shot clock. Timeout called by Hands. 3:19 to play. We'll be right back. Norse basketball out of the timeout. Tasha Rushton, screen set by Abby Walterman. Rushton at the top of the key, goes downhill, picks up her dribble, lots of traffic, trying to keep that pivot foot. Gets rid of it to Maddie Moody. Going to the rack on Coons. She picks up her dribble. Oh, Traore picks off the pass, trying to go back out to Meredith. Traore will lay it in.
And that's good defense by Robert Morris, and not a good execution on offense that NKU has struggled with.
Too much length there for Traore. My goodness, it's a 7-point game. Walterman just got stripped. Lee goes down. I don't know how they don't call a foul on Rushton there. Would have been her fifth, but anyway, they keep it playing. That stops a fast break opportunity. Lee fell down and has to slow it down now. So it's a must-stop situation now for the Norse. They're now down by 7, 53-46, 2.5 minutes to play. Livingston backing down Moody. A foul called on Moody. She just went for the block, dropped that hand a little bit. And she's called for the personal. 2 free throws coming for Livingston.
Feastrian from Moody.
Yeah, so a little bit smaller of a lineup now for Jeff Hands. Noelle Hubert staying out there, the threat to shoot the 3. They're going to need to score some points fast. Hubert can provide that.
And every player who has been in the game for the Norse has scored. And the highest is Moody with 10. Second highest is Rushton, who had a quiet first half and then came alive in the second half, scoring 9.
It's kind of how it's been for the Norse. Very balanced scoring attack. The team leader only with 11, and then Moody trailing. Well, Beastry, the team leader, and then Moody with 10. 1 for 2 on free throws is Livingston, so it's an 8-point game. 2 minutes, 20 seconds. Rushton, Hubert passes up the 3. Meredith in the corner. Looking for a posted up. Walterman collects it. Lots of traffic. Kick out. Rushton, corner 3. No, but she was fouled. Rushton's going to have 3 free throws, and that's what you want if you're the North, scoring points with the clock stopped.
Yeah, and this is a big time possession here. You have to make these buckets.
It's going to be the 5th foul on Bailey Coons. She's done.
No, coach is not happy about
And
that.
yeah, Chandler McKay was telling one of the officials, you know, you're going to give the 5th foul to my best player on there. I mean, there wasn't a ton of contact. I mean,
Yeah.
A foul's a foul. I mean, Rushton, you know, we saw her earlier dramatically fall to the ground on a foul. That time she did not. But I mean, if it was contact on the arm, it's going to be called every time.
Yeah, and she ends her night 11 points, 4 rebounds, and shooting pretty well, 36%, second highest leading scorer. So this could be huge for the North.
Yes, stays perfect at the line. She knocks down all 3 free throws. It's back to a 5-point game. A little bit of pressure here for the Norse. RMU breaks it. 21 to shoot for RMU. We're now under 2 minutes to play. Still a must-stop situation for the Norse here.
Jeff Hands trying to hype up his team here, and that's what they need.
Oh,
Good
Meredith a steal. They tried to kick it out to the corner. Meredith in the passing lane. Maya Meredith fouled by Traore right away.
Yeah, and she just drops her hands and just grabs her.
Traore cannot believe the foul went against her. She felt that Meredith dropped her shoulder, but Traore was not in a legal guarding position. She cannot believe the call, and she's also a little bit shaken up, grabbing at her midsection there on the contact. Seems to be all right, though. Rushton to inbound it. 26 seconds to play. They get it into Meredith under the basket, misses the shot, kick out, rebounded by Noelle Hubert, rather. They recycle the possession. Walterman over to Rushton. 15 deep 3 Rushton off the mark. Long rebound. Rushton got her own. No hesitation. She knocks in a mid-range. She got her own miss, and nobody kind of picked her up after that. She took the mid-range with no hesitation. Back to a 1-possession game.
And last game in the press conference, Jeff Hands noted that his team is going to fight, and they are fighting here. They know how to fight at the end of games.
1 minute 5 to play in this one. Norse trailing it by 3. They need a stop. Spinning, a foul on Rushton. That's her 5th.
And that's close to an offensive foul. Elbow comes up and almost hits Rushton right in the head.
And I think the Norse feel like it was also a bit of a hook, wrapping the arm around Rushton there. It was Aislinn Malcolm that picked up the foul And we'll have a 1 or 2 free throws rather. RMU in the double bonus. So Rushton's going to have to come out of the game. Hand still talking with the official. We'll see who the sub is. I would guess Kylie
But it
Hunt.
doesn't even, I don't think they even noticed yet.
No, after the first free throw usually is when it takes place.
There we go. Hands is not happy as he probably should be. That was a close call there. You can call a hook, an elbow, drop the shoulder, but it usually goes in the offensive player's way anyways.
Malcolm knocks down the first free throw to make it a 2-possession game. She goes 2 for 2. 5-point deficit for the Norse. We're now under a minute to play.
And Robert Morris has to not play to protect the lead. They have to play to just keep going.
Beastry, Norse in need of a bucket. She goes to the rack and is fouled. Beastry with 51.0 on the clock. More opportunities for the Norse to score with the clock stopped.
And she's been at the most this season at the line with 56 attempts this season. First one just rims out there.
Chance to make it a 1-possession game again. She cannot. And she goes 1 for 2. Still a 2-possession game. Definitely 2 free throws you'd like to have. Timeout called by RMU. 51 seconds to play. It's a 30-second timeout. So we'll keep it right here. Defensively for the Norse, they've done a good job of getting in passing lanes and forcing turnovers. What can they do here in what is the biggest defensive possession in the game?
Yeah, this is definitely the biggest stop they need. They've gotten stops all throughout the game, and this is the most important one. And if you get a stop on the defensive end, I think you just go straight to the cup and try to get something at the rim and then work your way out from there. You're only down by 4. There's a lot that can happen in this 51 seconds.
Game reset here, 51 seconds to play. RMU leading at 56-52. Both teams are in the bonus, so free throws at every foul. The possession arrow is with NKU in the case of a jump ball. RMU with the ball right now. Inbounding in front of their own bench. Yvonne to trigger it in. She gets it in to Aislinn Malcolm. Over to Jada Lee. Hands imploring his team to apply pressure on the ball. Beastry does.
And the pressure
takes the foul.
And the pressure was working there. They just kept getting them to backpedal, but that foul at the end.
They take the foul. It'll still be a 2-possession game regardless of what happens here at the free throw line. But if both are good, obviously makes it a lot more difficult having to hit 2 threes. 39.9 seconds. So just over 11 seconds came off the clock there. Jada Lee shooting the free throws.
87% free throw shooter. Makes the first. The band singing over there.
They're great. They sound great playing. They bring so much school spirit. Lee 2 for 2. 6-point game. Timeout, Jeff Hands. 30-second timeout. 39.9. So we just talked about what they needed to do on the defensive end. They couldn't do it. Well, they did. They tried. But they took the foul ultimately. And now, I mean, you got time. You got 40 seconds, but definitely a heightened sense of urgency. Do you take a 3 if you're Jeff Hands in the Norse? You haven't shot the 3 particularly well, but you're down by 6. You can take 2 threes or 3 twos. What do you do here?
I mean, you can risk it and take the 3, but only shooting 60% on the night is not a good statistic at all. 3 for 18. They usually shoot more than 18, but I think you just go for 2 and try to get the baskets quick at the rim. They have a ball advancement here too, so this might make it a little easier for them.
Inbounding right in front of us, Karina Beastry inbounded to Kylie Hunt. Norse got to go quick here. There's a 3. Noelle Hubert, a good look at it. Hubert knocked it down. A timeout, Robert Morris, 34.9. Just 5 seconds come off the clock. Hubert comes up big. Back to a 1-possession game.
And that's who you wanted with the ball. 46% free 3-point shooter. Just hit 1 tonight. Why not give it back to her?
They run a set for their best shooter out of the timeout, gets a great look from the short corner, and she makes no mistake. That's the second made three of the night for Hubert, only the fourth made three for NKU as a team, but none bigger than that one right there. So we're right back to the defensive conversation. Now this becomes the biggest defensive possession of the night. There's a 4.9-second differential between the shot and game clock. You probably have to foul.
Yeah.
You can't play this one out because RMU is going to go slow. They're going to use all this shot clock. You don't want to put yourself in a position where you have 5 seconds to knock down a three.
And this is where their defense is huge here on this inbound. They've gotten stopped on the inbound, and they look to guard the ball close, which is important, guarding the ball on an inbound.
They get it into Livingston. They foul immediately.
And that's smart right there.
So Eva Livingston to the line. How does she shoot from there?
She shoots 88%, basically 90% from the line.
Yeah, RMU's got their shooters on the floor right now.
And I like the offense for defense switch that Jeff Hands throws in Noelle Hubert, who made a three before, can easily do it again.
First free throw good for Livingston. Back to 2 possessions. Norse just lengthening this game out. She goes 2 for 2 from the line. And a timeout by Jeff Hands. 30 seconds. Feeling a little redundant at this point, huh?
Yeah.
They get the ball advancement. So previously it was a 6-point game. Now it's a 5-point game. So you don't need a 3 to make it a 1-possession game.
But I feel like he might drop a 3-point play again for Hubert. And I think that's what Robert Morris should expect, is a 3-point play. Or a 3-point play that's drawn up. It might be disguised as a 2-point, but let's see how it goes here.
Yeah, initially it was Beastry inbounding to Kylie Hunt right in front of the scores table, and they ran some action down low to get Hubert a good look from the near side corner. It's the exact same situation here. Beastry's going to inbound. Hubert starting at the far elbow and Hunt at the far block. So Hunt is going to come out and they're going to deny the ball to Hunt. They get it to her anyway. Oh my goodness, nearly a backcourt violation. Hunt has it. She's going to go right to the rack. Stop. Oh wow, no foul call. A jump ball. Walterman came in to tie it up. The possession arrow is with the Norse.
And that jump ball is huge
Pivotal.
because they could go down and get a jump ball, and it remains with Robert Morris.
So 27.3 now. Norse still in need of a basket. They get it out. Walterman. Norse got to go. Beastry. Airtight defense. Beastry picks up her dribble on the 3-point line. Got to get rid of it. Meredith comes to get it. Tough 3. Meredith got it deflected.
Foul.
A foul. 3 free throws coming from Meredith. Wow. I thought that the ball was partially blocked, but no, they got a piece of the arm.
Yeah, and it was on the follow, on the aftermath, on the follow through. Her hands come down. Not much space to land either.
Yeah, Chandler McCabe again gave it an earful to the referees here today. And I mean, there have been some calls that have had minimal contact, but contact is contact at the end of the day.
Yeah. Meredith is a 70% free throw shooter.
She's knocked down the first 2. So it's back to a 1-possession game. There's 16.8 to play. So the Norse, after this, well, we'll see if she makes this one here.
And this one's huge.
Meredith got it. So a timeout called by RMU. So the Norse are going to set up this pressure here.
And I feel like this kind of plays in NKU's favor. They had a hard time getting in the ball before, and they put it down all the way down and get that ball advancement.
I keep forgetting about that.
Instead of going the full length of the court, I feel like this plays in NKU's favor where they can set on defense better and set up an offensive play as well.
Yeah, you have, less of the court to defend. You have 5 players defending 47 feet instead of 94. But you don't have the risk for a 10-second violation or anything like that. So
that's what the timeout is also for, but this is why we sit here and not coach.
Absolutely. So the Norse will look to get a quick turnover on the inbound, and if not, they will foul At this point in the game, if you foul, all you need is one miss for a chance to tie the game up. It's 60-58. Robert Morris is leading NKU. A flurry of stops and buckets by NKU here recently. They've really stretched this game out. Free throws for RMU and quick buckets by NKU. It was an 8-point deficit at one point here for the Norse. They have it down to 2. And here we go. It's going to be Aislinn Malcolm to inbound it for RMU. Kamora Morgan guarding the ball. Malcolm gets it into Livingston. There's the immediate foul. 15.1 on the clock. So 1.7 comes off. And Livingston back to the line, who has been shooting it well this season.
90% clip, offense for defense sub here.
With Noel Hubert in, Kamora Morgan out. So Hubert, who sat just for a moment, and with the Norse being on offense following these free throws, as you would hope, good, God forbid, an offensive rebound here.
Practically impossible an offensive rebound, maybe. I don't know.
Livingston misses the first. Interesting.
So keep it a one-possession game.
Yeah, no matter what happens, the Norse will have a chance. Nobody in to get this rebound for RMU potentially. And Livingston missed them both. Timeout, Jeff Hands.
Timeout.
Immediately. So 14.6, a ball advancement for NKU, and they have a chance to tie this game or win it.
And I don't even know where you go. 3-point percentage is not in your favor, but the numbers do play in your favor. And you don't shoot 18% on the season, and the numbers do play in your favor. So this shot can go down just by statistics.
And you've got 14.6. I mean, you can run a full set here. There's no need to rush anything. You obviously have the pressure of absolutely having to score something, but you can get a good shot.
And they can go for a downhill. I don't know if they're playing to win or playing for the overtime. And they did do well in overtime against Southern Indiana, where Matty Moody put them into overtime. Put them in to win the game.
I would say you want to get one of your guards going downhill. They've had success getting to the free throw line in this one, especially both teams in the bonus. Get any type of foul, you're shooting free throws. And, maybe if there's a look at the outside, a little drive and kick action to someone like Hubert, if it's there, we'll see. We'll see what they go with here. It was a full timeout for Hands. And first buzzer sounds, and they will now break the huddle. So here we go. Chandler McCabe imploring her Colonials to get one last stop. But the Norse have a chance. Noel Hubert inbounding the basketball. Kylie Hunt comes out to get it. Clock running, 12 to shoot for the Norse.
A lot of off-ball movement down there.
Hunt on the screen from Walterman, dribbling around, gets it to Beastry. 4 to shoot for Beastry. Throws it up. Can't get it to go. Rebound Walterman. Can she get it up? No, the Norse don't get up a shot, and the game ends. And Karina Beastry got downhill, got a look at it, couldn't finish it. Walterman was able to track down the long rebound, but after that, there was 2 to shoot. 3 Colonials surrounded Walterman, and the Norse don't get a shot up at the end of the game. It's a tough one to lose.
It is. And then moves NKU to 0-2 in Horizon League play, and Robert Morris to 1-0, which is huge.
The Norse face the 2 best teams in the league, their first 2 conference games, but both of them coming at home, and both of them really, despite it, it was a 10-point loss to Green Bay, but they had every opportunity to win that game.
They did. That last play is probably what Jeff Hands wanted, just did not. It hits the back iron. You hope for a bounce. It bounces. It just does not bounce in.
Yeah, you put it in the hands of your best player, your freshman.
And I think the issue there was Waterman got the ball and went straight to the corner, and she thought she would have more time. She did not.
I think Walterman kind of had the ball momentarily, kind of fumbled it, rolling on the ground towards the corner. And by the time she picked it up, Walterman not exactly a threat from downtown, but especially, she was plastered,
surrounded by three
Colonials, and time expired. So a tough ending to what was a really great game and a really gritty performance by both teams. NKU nearly getting back into it, but in the end, RMU grits out a road win for their first conference game of the year, their first conference win, in a gut-wrenching second conference loss for NKU. They fought a 3-8 overall, 0-2 in conference play, as you mentioned. Tasha Rushton led the way for the Norse. 14 points, 7 for 7 from the free throw line. The Norse shot it well, 18 for 20 from the line. It's just they didn't shoot it well from anywhere else.
Yeah, and that's the issue there. You have to be able to make three-pointers in this type of game. Both teams struggled, and that was the key. They both had to shoot the ball well, and it just did not come that way at all.
Yeah, 4 for 19 from 3 comes after shooting 7 for 30 from 3 on Thursday night. You shoot the ball poorly, you're still in the game. And once the Norse can figure out this shooting, they're going to be dangerous, but we'll have to wait at least another game for that. Norse hit the road up to Columbus, where it's not going to get any easier.
No, and it hasn't gotten easy for them on their schedule.
Yeah, another non-conference tilt after this kind of weird opening section of 2 conference games surrounded by non-conference. They'll go up to Ohio State, ranked number 23 in the country currently. We'll see how that changes in the upcoming AP poll. But either way, I mean, you're facing top 25, top 30 team in the country on the road. Never going to be easy.
And then the next home game is against Bradley.
Another non-conference.
Yeah.
Well, we'll have that game for you here on the Northerner. But until then, my name is Ben Burdette. And for Jakob Staley, saying so long from Truist Arena, another tough loss for the Norse. Final score from Truist Arena, Robert Morris 60, NKU 58. Thank you so much for joining us here this afternoon. Have a good one.